Whether you are a Christian or not, we all have to agree that the coming of Jesus forever changed the world. And here in our text, the book of Hebrews, the writer of Hebrews says, in the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets at many times in various ways. Their job was to bring the word of the Lord. That was their job, right? So God spoke to them, and then they spoke to the people. He spoke to Moses, for example, in a burning bush. He spoke to Elijah in that still small voice. And so these prophets, they would hear from God, and then they would bring the word of the Lord. Then all of a sudden, God stopped speaking. All of a sudden, God gave his people the silent treatment. For 400 years, God was silent. Until, Mike, the silence was broken by a baby's cry. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. In the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets in various times in various ways. And then there was a demarcation point, a line drawn in the sand when the silence was broken by the baby's cry. And in verse 2, it says, but in these last days, he has spoken. So in the past, he spoke, but in these last days, he has spoken. In other words, come on, it is finished. It is settled. That is the final word. It is done, complete, full stop. There's nothing else that needs to be said. God has spoken, and his Son is the final word.